To steal a steelhog. Rahulja's eyes are full of expectation, or is it dust? Oh, greetings. So you have decided to aid my people in retrieving our treasure, yes? They will be glad to know my long and arduous journey from our homeland in the distant south of Yogtural was not in vain. As for the treasure we would have you recover, it contains the undying essence of an armadillo, Tural Vidral. These steelhogs, as well as we call them, rely on their tough hides to protect themselves from predators. The legends speak of one that lived to an extraordinary age, perhaps due to its natural suit of armor, and came to be known as the Lord of the Forest. No, we are not going to finance a global terrorism network in FF14 with this treasure. God damn it, Panda. At the end of its long life, our ancestors enshrined the Vidral soul within the steelhog vessel. But for generations since, the divine blessing it bestows have been a great boon to my people. Those under its protection need not fear wild beasts or fang and claw cannot harm them. This allows us to hunt in the forest without risking our lives. This treasure, so crucial to our people, was stolen by a tall, slender merchant, or rather a man posing as one. He came bearing exotic wares from foreign lands and served alcohol freely, toasting often to new friendships. My people became caught up in celebration, and in the morning the merchant was gone along with the steelhog vessel. Without it, we can bestow its blessing afresh upon our hunters. The effect wanes over time, and one by one we are losing our protection against the savage predators that stalk our lands. Yeah, me too, Panda. As I and my granddaughter Seetal Jar still possess the treasure's blessing, we have been tasked with locating the steelhog vessel and returning to the village. The trail led us here to Tuliolal, where we believe the perpetrator boarded a ship and made good his escape. The journey here was already pushed this decrepit body of mine beyond its natural limits, and a lengthy voyage by sea would likely be my end. Although I urged Seetal Jar not to make the crossing alone, she was determined to give chase. Given that you hail from across the sea, your knowledge of those lands will prove invaluable to her. Not only that, but our quarry may use the steelhog vessel to his own ends. Only a skilled warrior can stand against such a foe, and Seetal Jar is no warrior. You will have your treasure in 2 shakes of an armadillo's tail. I am truly grateful. My granddaughter's first port of call is a place called Alamigo. You see, as the thief took all of his wares with him, the only clue left behind was an empty bottle of whatever grog he was serving. After asking the sailors here, it seemed it was produced in Alamigo. And with no other leads, Seetal Jar set forth. Once you arrive, she should not be difficult to find. These days, only a handful of Mamoja attempt the journey, most of them prudish mercenaries. Seetal Jar is a far dangerous creature and is sure to have made a favorable impression on the locals. May the steelhog watch over you. As Sithoja has traveled to Alamigo, perhaps you should begin your search by asking around at Ralgar's Reach. Wapapapapapa. There's one person. Germaine. Yes, I met the Mamulja girl you're after. She was looking for a tall, thin man, some sort of thief, apparently. It sounded a bit like the leader of a gang of bandits that lurks around Virgiala, so I told her as much. Chances are that that's where she's headed. I hope she stays out of trouble. Odila, Amomulja, you say. As it happens, she came over while I was cleaning the cannons. She showed me an empty Arak bottle and said she was looking what bloke it had belonged to. Thing is that brand's found all over Alamigo, so I wasn't able to help narrow down her search. Okay, one more. Dana. Yes, I saw Hamamuja on my patrols, but he carried an enormous axe. Not at all like the person you described. Village merchant, ouch. Seedle jaw. Here, let me apply some of this ointment. It's a common remedy where I come from. Oh, are you here to lend a hand? This poor soul was attacked by highwaymen, and I could use help tending to his wounds. Don't worry about me. It's my escort who's in trouble. He's in pursuit of the thieves, and I fear he's bitten off more than he can chew. Please, will you aid him? Bum, bum. You thieving bastards. What? But how? Behold! Ha ha ha, nothing like a bit of divine intervention to tip the scales in my favor. With this artifact in my hands, I am invincible. Another one, eh? Not that it matters. Nagulja, it's time you earn your coin. I appreciate the assistance, but he wasn't joking about divine intervention. Some strange force pushed me away. I can't even get near them. The Steelhawk vessel, return it at once, and the stolen goods. Oh, you followed me all the way here from your backward village. Alas, your journey has been for north. The vessel is mine. I shall to you fit. You'll make better use of the artifact than you and your Earl ever could. By the might bestowed upon me, I will become savior to the oppressed and destitute. In light of my grand ambitions, the vessel's power would be wasted on the likes of you. If you cannot hunt without it, might I suggest change of diet? I hear the acorns are delicious at this time of the year. God damn it, there's something in my throat. Damn it all, I was so close. But now is not the time for regrets. These two are in need of a healer. I'll see them safely to Ralkar's reach. Would you mind meeting us there? Once their injuries have been treated, we'd better tell the resistance soldiers what happened. Bum, 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 bum. Before we do that, ads are starting soon. Let's see. Well, the more and more I... the more and more I check about the task manager, the more and more it seems like it's my CPU that is like falling behind. But yeah, I don't know, might as well maybe upgrade it. But yes, ads are starting, so let's wait. Let's see, in the meanwhile, Parasite Eve developer talks possibly of a new game. Mm. And actually, it was actually Yoshi P who brought up the possibility of Sakaguchi reuniting with Square Enix for a new Parasite Eve. But, you know, it might still be like a slim chance. Oh, what else do we have? What else? What else? Sony reveals new PS5 console bundle. Ew. Anything else? While we still have an ad break going on. BioWare has no DLC plans for Dragon Age. The Veilguard has shifted focus onto Mass Effect 5. And the ads are over, so we can continue. Yeah, because they are working on ME5. Yeah. I wonder what kind of shit show that's going to be. Ernest Escort, I thought I could handle whatever ruffians the dessert might throw at us. Some escort I turned out to be. Losing all that stock is a bitter pill to swallow, but we're lucky they didn't take our lives as well. Well, I mean, I guess with Mass Effect 5, it depends like what team is making it. As long as it's not this same people that were working on Dragon Age for 10 years and like Dragon Age Veilguard for 10 years and, you know, release that other garbage of a game. As long as it's different dialogue writer, it should be fine. I mean, yeah, the dialogue writer should be like actually someone who knows how to write and not whatever the hell the Dragon Age writer did. I mean, I'm so salty about the Dragon Age. I really wanted to hope that it would have been like at least decent, but it's just a shit show. But anyway, Seattlejaw, well, I'm glad we made it to safety without any more trouble. Those bandits wouldn't dare step foot in this place. I expected shit, I got what I expected. Yeah, that is true. I mean, I expected also that the game was going to be bad, but, you know, I guess there was that little thing back in my head that hoped it would have been, like, decent, but it is what it is. Until the end of time, I'm going to shit on that game. Just like I'm going to shit on the Mass Effect Andromeda. How rude of me. I never asked your name. or how you chanced across us, for that matter. You came all the way from Tuliolal at my grandfather's behest. I can't tell you how grateful I am. As for the highwaymen, they possess the Steelhawk vessel, a treasure from my village. Not only does it grant protection from harm, it also produces a potent blast when the barrier is dispelled. As long as our enemies have the vessel, attacks at close quarters will be extremely risky. A good thing I am arranged. Although, as we say in my village, cracks from in even the mightiest of shields. Cracks form, not from, form. In even the mightiest of shields. And knowing this, we are grateful not to rely too heavily on its power. But now that the Steelhawk vessel has been stolen, this self-same power is being turned against innocent people such as yourself. I only hope you can forgive me for allowing this to happen. Oh, there's nothing to forgive. If anything, we should thank you for coming to our aid. That Sholder fight and his lackeys have a lot to answer for. Indeed, we'll give the resistance our testimonies, and with any luck, the information will go some way to clapping those bandits in irons. I'll go with you. The soldiers here need to be warned about the vessel. No, leave that to us. We'll relay what you've told us, word for word. After all, you will need to move quickly to have any chance of getting your artifact back. When you catch those robbers, give them one from me. Why does that potato have a beard? I don't know. It's a good question. How about you, Firia? I hope I can count on you to be there for whatever else comes next. I knew it. I sense you're eager to get started, but I need time to plan our next move. Bandits aren't known for being bound easily. I was surprised to see a fellow Mamulja among them. I can imagine why that Kagulja would work for Shoulder Fight of all people. Ba-ba-ba-ba. Well, let me drink. Oh, bandits abound. Though hers is not the easiest face to read, Siddleja's expression suggests she has some vital information to share. Video, I heard something that might help us. One of the soldiers has been contending with the same bandits who stole the vessel. I'll go and find him. Give me a moment, would you? Rat people. Oh, sorry to keep you waiting. When she told me she'd been sent an assistant, I never would have guessed it'd be the savior of Alamigo himself. You're something of a local celebrity, I take it. I'd love to hear more about that, but for now, let's concentrate on the matter at hand. Yes, quite. The bandits you've been chasing are behind a spate of recent incidents in Alamigo. What's more, it appears that Shadowfight is part of a larger network known as the Passage of the Unbound, which is spreading its mayhem far and wide. In particular, they've been carrying out raids on trade caravans heading here from Crudania. We've increased patrols along the route, but the bastards strike so quickly that they've usually made good their escape by the time aid arrives. On the rare occasion we caught them in the act, they use some kind of device or magic object to deflect our arrows and send us sprawling. That's the Steelhawk vessel. It was stolen from my village, you see. I'm sorry for all the trouble it's caused. The one who took it Shadowfight. I said... the one who took it, Shadowfight, said something about using its power to help the oppressed and destitute. What do you think he meant by that? And that sounds familiar. The reports say the thieves were shouting something along those lines during the other raids. They claim the merchants are overworking and underpaying their laborers, and therefore deserve to be targeted. I don't see how stealing a bunch of goods helps the workers, and there's not a shred of evidence that anyone is being exploited. If you ask me, they're just in it for the money. In any case, their reasons won't matter a jot once they're behind bars. But for now, we'll have to catch them first. The most recent incident occurred near Port of Praetoria, one of the waypoints on the road to the palace. If you want to know more, you best hear it straight from the commander there. Anyway, I'll send word ahead to let her know you're coming, assuming you are, that is. Yes, of course, much appreciated. This sounds like a promising lead. The soldiers here were good enough to explain the lie of the land around here, so I shouldn't have any trouble making this journey by myself. I'll see you there. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Oh, let's see. Oh, I think I found the right person, though it's rather difficult to tell who's who with those matching uniforms. Commander! Good, you're both here. My colleague at the Reach has told me everything. I can confirm that we've had several sightings of Shadowfight and his gang in recent days. They've even taken to ambushing our patrols. Whereas most brigands would flee from armed and armored soldiers, this lot seems to take pleasure in goading us into attacking. The treasure they carry makes them invulnerable. It can also emit a devastating blast, but that's only effective at short range. Shadowfight wants to draw your soldiers into close quarters because they stand no chance. Well, that explains their uncommon boldness. Thank you. This information will go far in helping us contend with the bandits. I'm sorry to interrupt. Who might you be? That has to be the short flight. Oh, simple peddlers, my good lady. I myself am of Gridanian stock, and after learning my craft in the markets of Ul'dah, I now deliver all manner of finery to eager patrons throughout Eorzea. But enough about that. I hope you'll forgive me, but I couldn't help overhearing you mention a gang of highwaymen. We heard similar tales from other traders passing through, and it seems some stretches of the road are more dangerous than others. In fact, the bandits are most often seen at the specific location and not far from here. If you like, we can take you there ourselves. Please, by all means. Wait, Peter can take care of himself, but I can allow any more civilians than necessary into an area believed to be teeming with bandits. It seems I have no choice but to ask you to go without me. Sorry, but if those highwaymen did turn up, I wouldn't be much good in a fight. While you head off to investigate, I'll see if there's any more information to be had here. I don't want to go itself. Then it's settled. I shall leave our newfound friend in your capable hands. Wait, if you say so. I suppose we should be on our way then. If we don't run into those highwaymen, if we do run into those highwaymen, you'll protect us, right? Why are you so gullible? Once headed your way now, you know what to do. What? Unacceptable. Either you do this without my help, or I'll find someone who can. Show some backbone for once. I knew from the start. As luck would have it, my fellows, and I've yet to be assailed by any bandits around here. Perhaps if the other caravans invested in some proper escorts, they wouldn't be such easy targets. And why can't I just shoot you? Oh, here. Let's see. Faint-hearted trader. Look, did you hear that? That's false balls. It must be my imagination. Well, let's not dally here too long, eh? Okay, Panda. Jimmy Trader, we're almost there. It's just on the other side of this gully. Actually, if it's all the same to you, we'll wait here while you go on ahead. This is already more than close enough for my liking. Let's see. Let's actually... Now I'm going to get ambushed. Right. Right. You beat them? All of them? How very fortunate. Well then, I'd best contact the boss. I'm sure he'll want to know all about this. No doubt he's still talking to your friend and the commander. They'll be glad to hear you come to no harm. You'll never guess what, boss. He trounced the lot of them. Oh yes, understood. I'm not quite sure why, but he said they'll be here in a jiffy. Ba, ba, ba. It's true, you beat them all single-handedly. Gods be good, I'm glad you're on our side. Anyway, I'll take it from here. My, very impressive. And how jolly convenient for those villains to appear exactly where we thought they would too. But above all, I'm glad no one was hurt. Well, no one important, that is. What? So I started Real Guard and it only takes like 3 decisions from Inquisition It only takes like 3 decisions from Inquisition into account. It ignores everything else you did in previous games. Also, it ran like shit on my laptop, so I uninstalled. Yep. It's a train wreck. I'm relieved to see that everyone's safe. It must have taken a lot of courage to bring Tyria here, knowing that danger could be lurking around every corner. Are you sure you're alright? If you're putting on a brave face for our benefit, there's no need, I assure you. No, we're fine. Couldn't be better. Well then, I'd say that's enough excitement for one day. We'd best continue on our way to the Alamigan quarter. Where's the cell, deals to broker, that sort of thing. I dare say it'll be some time before any of ne'er-do-wells have the gall to descend upon this knack of the desert. And as for you, my friends, I'd advise you not to stray too far from the beaten path, if you know what's good for you. Ta-ta! Just shoot him! Just let me shoot him now. Everything is a job. Why are you blaming Dingle for breaking your PC? There's nothing left for us to do here, so let us head back to Porto Praetoria. Well, that was all very strange. One moment they're helping us apprehend criminals and next they're racing off to peddle their wares elsewhere. Merchants certainly are a busy lot, aren't they? Not that I'm complaining, of course. With those suspects in custody, I'm sure the Resistance will be able to wring some valuable information from them. I expect all that wringing will take a while though. It looks like we've been given an opportunity for a little rest. You certainly earn it. Wah-pa-pa-pa. Let's see. Well, let's continue. Take me to your leader. Cyril Joyce patiently waiting for the resistance to finish interrogating the captured highwayman. There's a lacking of dumb hats right now. What? What are you talking about, Panda? Had a guess, I'd say the resistance has been interrogating the captured highwayman for long enough to get some answers from them. Nothing on board. Yeah, kinda noticed. With any luck, we may even learn more about where we can find Soldier Fight. Chalty. How the fuck do you say that name? Chalty Fight. Let's go with that. I'm sure the commander is as eager as we are to put a stop to his misdeeds. Let's go and see if she's unearthed any useful information. No, Panda, we are not going to go back to April 14 terrorism. Oh, I was just about to send someone for you. Glad you could save me the bother. I have a favor to ask you both. I'm going to let the criminal walk free and I want you to follow him. You see, our questioning has revealed that the bandits are indeed working with Scholtified. If we got one of them loose, he might lead us straight to their den. But if the mission fails and you are discovered, you may find yourself confronted with an untold number of outlaws. Of course, I consider sending my own men, but I suspect that by now the bandits know our faces. After Furious' little display in the gully, I'm sure he alone can handle whatever trouble may come his way. I'll go with him. If this really does lead us to Scholtified, I need to be there when we find him. No skippity. Oh, very well, but if it comes to a fight, you stay behind video, understood? I'll have the suspect brought over now, but remember what I said. And stay out of sight until he leaves. Skittish bandit. Don't look at me like that. I said I'm sorry, didn't I? Aye, that you did, several times. And as much as it galls me, there's no evidence to contradict your claim that you were acting in self-defense. Nor is there tangible proof of any other wrongdoing. We have no choice but to let you go. You have somewhere to go, I presume. Well, I suppose I can find work-loading caravans in Alagiri. Seems as good as place as any for making a quick kill. I mean, turning over a new leaf. In that case, I'll have you escorted there, but you best keep your nose clean, or we'll come down on you like tons of bricks. Oh, ads. I didn't notice that they started. So let's wait a little bit. What kinda? And ads are over. Oh yeah, nothing else happened except this guy has a dumb head. It's not a dumb head and it's not a guy. Turn over a new leaf, my arse. He'll be back among his thieving mates before long and you'll be right there behind him. For now, all we need to know is the location of their den. Do not attempt to approach the suspects. I'll send word ahead to Alagiri. Once you have the information we need, report to the troop station there. This is the chance we've been waiting for. Let's go. Where do we need to go? There he is. So much for finding work in Alagiri. He's only just arrived and he's already a living town. Now comes the tricky part, keeping our eyes on him and his eyes off us. Stay close but not too close. Oh, it's one of these again. Bum, 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 bum. Follow the person. Don't get caught. Nope. Bum bum ba-dum bum bum. These following quest things are so, I don't know, boring. Boring. Oh, I need to go there. Those are the merchants we met at Porta Praetoria. Yeah. So they just let you go out of the kindness of their hearts, is that it? Not only that, but you came crawling straight back here, leading whoever they sent to track you right to our doorstep. Jump out and rob those merchants? Well, they aren't merchants. They are the bad guys. I swear no one followed me. The soldiers took me as far as Alagiri and then went back the way they came. I made sure they were specks in the distance before I even set foot outside of the town. I suppose I have no choice but to take you at your word. Not that it's worth much. Well, now that this charade is at an end, let us change into something a little less drab. Ba-dum-bum. Shall the fight? Why did you make us fight that bloke without the blessing? He could have killed the lot of us without breaking a sweat. A mere oversight, that is all. Though it pains me to admit it, even with the invulnerability granted by the artifact, the likes of us are ever at the mercy of the truly powerful. I never expected that Mamuja wretch to hire a warrior of such caliber to retrieve the vessel, a pox on those interfering and nincompoops. But the Mamuja girl didn't seem a bad sort. Naive maybe, but it's plain that her heart's in the right place. You truly are pathetic. Not only did you fail miserably, but now you are sympathizing with the enemy. Give me a good reason why I shouldn't rid myself of you permanently. No, please, we owe everything to you, Scholtified. Without you, we are nothing. They were all in on this from the beginning, with Scholtified pulling the strings. If this is how he treats his friends, imagine what he do to his enemies. Oh. You couldn't stay away, could you? What? Imbecile, you let them write to us. Kaguja, eliminate these vermin. Let me handle this video. You're from Turala, working here as a mercenary, yes? The ones who hired you stole the steel hawk vessel from my village. We need its blessing to stand a chance against the beast of the forest. I can't return home without the vessel. Either you return home empty-handed or you won't be returning at all. I'd rather not harm a fellow Turali, so get out of here once before I change my mind. I bought enough time by listening to your blathering. Don't let me catch you sniffing around our tails. Sholtified and his underlings are out of sight. I thought I could make that Kakulja seem sense, but he was clearly in no mood to listen. I'd say our best option is report to the resistance members in Alagiri and share what we've learned. This way. Dig in. I went ahead and gave my account, though I expect he'd like to hear yours as well. Regardless of how things turned out, we appreciate your cooperation in the investigation. The information you provided has certainly given us a lot to consider. From what I hear, you almost came to blows with Amamuljo sellsword. Or Salax, I suppose. I'm glad that it didn't come to violence, especially given the power of these bandits have at their disposal. Even so, we thank you for braving such a dangerous mission. No thanks are needed. We're just as much a part of this investigation as the resistance. And I'm sure we can agree we'll need to work together to take down Sholtified and his gang. Their performance at Porta Praetoria showed us how cunning they are. It would seem so, yes. I'm told their little act was most convincing. I'll be sure to warn my comrades against any similar shenanigans. As for the two of you, be careful out there. And what next? What next? What next? All the things considered, I'd say that went fairly well. Sholtified used the same tricks as the time he came to my village, namely posing as a simple trader, when he's in fact a dastardly thief. Still, not even the most skilled actor could fake the fear in his man's eyes. It appears that Sholtified has complete control over them, and they are powerless to resist. The only one who doesn't seem afraid of him is Kakulja. He even let us go when he had no obligation to do so. I think that if we'd had the chance to talk, we might find some common ground. Yes, I get that feeling too. I knew you would. I've never been much of a fighter, but I make up for it in other ways. I'm fairly good a judge of character, for one. For most of my life, I lived in a remote village deep in the forest. I had hardly any contact with the outside world, so the thought of talking to strangers was quite daunting at first. But over the course of my journey, I traveled through all kinds of places. If there's one thing I've learned, it's this. Wherever you go, people are people. In the end, our cultures and the places we grew up don't make that big a difference. None of us are perfect and we each have our faults, even if it's harder to find in some than in others. I believe there's good in all of us. And that's why I hope we have another chance to speak with thieves and Kakulja. I'm certainly not strong enough to beat any sense into them, so I'll try talking some sense into them instead. Having said, well, all of that, I can feel even a shred of goodness in that shoulder fight. Maybe I'm not looking hard enough, or perhaps violence is the only language he understands. Things might get a little rough before he's willing to listen. Anyway, we can save him for last. I'll try thinking a way to reach out to the other members of the gang. Give me a little time, would you? If we follow the trend of DA being a single-player MMO, then a single-player live service, next Dragon Age will either be single-player or a single-player gacha. Honestly, maybe they just should pull the plug of that IP. I think at this point that would be the best decision. And if Mass Effect 5 follows the same route, then, you know, pull the plug out of that game as well. In my opinion. Let's see, 3 more quests to go. The milk of Mamulja kindness. Sealjar's plan is taking shape. ME5 director said it will maintain the serious tone ME has always had. I mean, the director can say whatever he wants. It's, you know, it depends if he can actually deliver. What he said, or he, she, whoever is directing it, I don't even know. I do hope that it will actually be like a good one, and that Andromeda was like the odd one. I mean, the whole like the small trailer that we saw about the Mass Effect 5. I mean, that already like was, you know, kind of interesting in a way. So I really do hope that it's going to be a good game. I really, really do hope. But also I want to keep my expectations in the low end. Rather than waiting it to be like something amazing and then get disappointed. But also we need to see more about that game. Like actual, like some gameplay stuff and so on. At least like a little glimpse. Rather than, you know, seeing these 1 to 2 minute like small trailers that tell us nothing. Alright, I have something resembling a plan. First, we'll need to track down the members of Shodelfight's gang. Then we'll try convincing them to leave. Considering how terrified most of them were, I'm sure they're eager to free themselves of Shodelfight and his outbursts. With fewer followers, he'll pose less of a threat to the people of Alamigo, and will stand a better chance of taking back the Steelhawk vessel. Of course, we know Kagujo and some of the other members by sight, so it shouldn't take too long to track them down. Time for another exciting round of Quiz the Locals then. Rest assured, I'm already a step ahead of you. Besides, if your role is to fend off bandits, then the like of mine should be to gather information and whatnot. Does that sound fair to you? As it happens, our resistance friend station here had some interesting news to share. Apparently, the two men posing as merchants that we met before we're spotted nearby, engaging in trade and conversing with caravan owners, all to nefarious ends, no doubt. They were last seen in a place called Al-Ganha, so we should head over there right away. One has a beard and the other has blue eyes, assuming they haven't changed their disguises. They should be fairly easy to find. Why are you Gundam? I'm not Gundam. I'm an airplane. Zoom. Where? There. Eek. Ah, good work, video. Why? Good day, what can I do for you? You can start by dropping the affable merchant act. It's nothing but a front for your real line of work. Oh, say me, solidified. Why are you a video? Because that's my name. In game. Is that what you really want? You seemed so scared of him before. Look, we are not here to hurt you. We just want to retrieve the vessel. If you explain what's going on, we might even be able to help you. Why don't you start by telling us your names? Our names? Come think of it, not once did Solidified ask us that. It was always you there, or some undeserved insult instead. I'm Avenel, and this here is Pepin, both born and bred in Ul'dah. We were struggling to make ends meet until Shoulderfied, claiming to be a merchant, took us under his wing. Right, he said that he was just like us, exploited and sick of bending over backwards for the rich and powerful. Then he showed us the artifact and told us it had the power to change the world for the better. With its blessing, you could shrug off the charge of an aurochs like it was soft breeze, making you practically invincible. You can imagine how impressed we were, and we did exactly as he instructed. At first he told us to pretend to be merchants so we could scout out vulnerable caravans. Next thing we knew, we were joining him on raids. We never wanted to hurt anyone, but we owed Shoulderfied for giving us the power to strive for a better life. And when we saw what happened to anyone who spoke up against him, still makes my blood run cold to think of it. Shortfight mentioned before that he is also from Ulda. Assuming he was telling the truth, that is. It seems to me his gang is mostly formed of people from a similar background. But what about Ragulja? He's a mercenary, correct? Yes, hired by Shortfight. He is so skilled that I doubt he even needs the blessing. Normally he keeps to himself, but he once told me about his homeland, an ocean away. Perhaps it's not unlike my own. Avenel Pepin, even if you still view us as enemies, we appreciate you telling us the truth. Oh no, we're the ones who should thank you. You showed us more kindness than Shortfight ever has. There is one other thing though. Although you know about the crimes we've been party to, would you give us some time to straighten things out? Once this is all over, we'll turn ourselves in, I promise. Of course, we are not the only ones looking to cut ties with Shortfight. We'll try to persuade the others to leave the gang. Not only that, with us acting as your men on the inside, we can help you take back your treasure. And what do you say? This plan might just work. Count us in. We'll tell the resistance soldiers to hold off for now, and give you the chance to put things right. You won't regret it. We'll return to the den and talk to the others. Until next we meet, be careful. And ads are going to start. So many quests to do. What if we blow the ads with nuclear fire? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. Maybe. Let's see. No stream elements. I don't want to do a sponsor thing for any of those free-to-play games. What do we have here? Getting sponsorship offers. Well, I mean, those are the same that everyone gets if, you know, if they use the stream elements. It's mostly like the free games, and you have to, I don't know, get people to gonna play Rage Shade Elements. Nope, never. Never in my life I'm going to do that. Oh, ads are over, Let's go. Well, to be honest, that went a lot better than I expected. and although it was fairly obvious from the outset, they confirmed my suspicions about Jaw traveling here to find work as a mercenary. Do you remember his reaction when we first encountered him? I have a feeling he and I are both from a similar part of Tural, and he is surprised to see someone like me here in Eorzea. Well, whatever the reason, he's let us go twice now. He may be aiding and abetting a nefarious criminal, but I refuse to believe he's a bad person. Let's make that a little bit bigger. I think it's worth talking to him, and for that we'll need to create an opportunity. The way he spoke about his homeland to Avenel and Pepin, means he probably misses it, which gives me an idea. Where I come from, we have a tradition of using incense burners, and if Jaw's village is anything like mine, that fragrance will remind him of home. Then, just when he's feeling all homesick and vulnerable, we make our move. The incense itself is made from copal, a type of tree resin. Do you think you could collect some of that while I gather the other ingredients? I actually came up with this idea back in Algiri and asked our resistant associate where we might find cobble. The good news is that there should be some in place called the Last Forest. The bad news is that the smell attracts all sort of horrible creatures, so try not to get eaten. Indeed, Panda. Bum bum ba-dum bum. Eco-terrorism. Here. Is that cobble I smell? Yep. Oh my, this is quite the find. Once I mix this with the other ingredients, we'll have a batch of traditional incense ready for burning. Unfortunately, the preparations takes a little while, so in the meantime, perhaps you could begin the search of Jaw. According to the locals, Jaw has been seen near the river which runs through Rustrock. With all the dust running about this place, I can imagine he'd want to wash it all off somewhere. I find myself bathing more than usual here, so I can relate. That way. Bum, 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 bum. there he is. What are you doing here? Oh, there you are. Here, I have a present for you. It's an incense burner. The metal case is an old one I happen to have with me, but I made the incense from fresh ingredients including copal that Peter collected. Why not try lighting it? I'm sure the aroma will bring back pleasant memories of home. Oh, there's no need. I'd recognize that smell anywhere. But as much as I long to return home, I'd rather not be reminded of what I left behind, what I might never see again. As things stands, I have no choice but to continue working as Soldified's mercenary, no matter what crimes he commits. But why? The fare for a ship back to Tural is enough to buy a mansion here in Eorzea. At least that's what Soldified told me. He said that if I serve him loyally, he'd cover the cost of my journey home. Yeah, it's not that expensive. You are just being fooled. Hold on a moment. Surely that can't be right. People rich and poor travel from Eorzea to Tuliolala all the time. Well, since I'm unfamiliar with the local customs for negotiations and such, Soldified offered to speak with the ship owners, with the ship owner in my stead. Compared to the journey from Tural to Eorzea, traveling in the opposite direction is far more perilous due to the weather conditions and so forth. Were it not for Soldified skills at the barging table, the price would have been even higher, or so he said. You goddamn stupid lizard, you're being fooled. Sigh, I've been played up for a fool, haven't I? Well, at least you catch up quickly. That unscrupulous thieving snake in the grass. He won't get away with this. I have an idea. You should come with me to Limsalaminsa, where I can introduce you to the captain of the merchant ship that brought me here. He is sure to give you passage home for a fair price. To tell the truth, I was rather hoping you'd join us in our cause, but you've already been through enough. Getting you home safe and sound comes first. I don't know what to say. Thank you for your kind offer, but I have unfinished business here. Though I may have been deceived, that is no excuse for the harm and suffering I have caused. I alone must settle the score with Soldified once and for all. Whenever you're ready, the offer still stands. I have to say, like, this range DPS job questline is... I think, like, so far, this is the worst one. Just... I don't know. It's a pity we couldn't join forces, but he's got to do things his own way, I suppose. In any case, let's head back to Alagiri. With all those soldiers around, at least we won't have to worry about bandits, which is more than I can say for this place. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, you know, Kaguja isn't at all like his first impression suggested. He was actually rather sweet and perhaps a touch naive. Still, we can blame him for being taken in by Sholtified's lies, and Kaguja wasn't the only one. I can't bring myself to forgive that treacherous viper. Thanks to him, we've been led a merry dance, and still have nothing to show for it. With any luck, our newfound allies Avenel and Pepin will have good news for us before long. Or they might be dead. Wapapapam. Alley into alley. Sealjaw appears to be somewhat discombobulated. You'll never guess what. Someone I never met before handed me a letter, who said they were asked to deliver it by an entirely different person. There's no way to tell who the message is originally from. As I am unaccustomed to, well, everything around here, I can tell if the letter should be taken at face value, or if there's some hidden meaning. Perhaps you could take a look. Furious to come to the Alamican Quarter and meet with the man in spectacles. He must arrive incognito. The instructions are clear enough, but even so, this is as suspicious as a month-old milk. On the other hand, it could be from Avenel and Pepin. While this smells like a trap, we don't have any better leads. I think we should do as the letter instructs, but proceed with the utmost caution. I'll meet you there. A month-old milk. Ugh. Ew. I mean, you can't even call month-old milk a milk anymore. I guess it's more like a... I don't know. Nasty. Oh, now that you're here, it's time to get you into disguise. Why can't you call it milk? Well, I mean, I don't think it reminds you of, you know, it doesn't remind being a milk at that point when it's mostly solid. As for me, even the most elaborate costume in the world will do a little to keep me hidden in a place like this. I'll stick to the shadows and watch from a safe distance. I took the liberty of picking your outfit for the occasion. Let's hope it fits, eh? The shafts and straps are a bit tricky to get right, so if they come undone and your disguise falls apart, just come back to me and I'll help you get dressed again. You must continue wearing these garments in order to progress. You will change back to your normal garments if you move too far away. Move to your map for garments change area of effect. Bum bum. Ow. Bespectacled man. You must be Fidio, correct? I'm pleased to make your acquaintance. Our mutual friend Avenel sent his regards. Like him, I and several others have resolved to make a clean break and free ourselves of social fight for good. You and the Mamulja girl have done us a great service by giving us a chance to put things right before reporting us to the resistance. Now, to the matter at hand. No doubt you are wondering why we must resort to such convoluted means to meet with you. Simply put, it is to avoid arousing the suspicions of Solified and those still loyal to him. As for why we brought you here, there is someone we wish for you to meet. For now, I ask that you remain in disguise. Who am I meeting? I guess you need to do some kind of jumping puzzle to get this done. I have no time for that. Your cooperation is appreciated. One moment, please. Oh. I'm glad we have this chance to meet. Would that it were under better circumstances, my attempt to put a stop to Solified's wrongdoing ended in failure. I tried to seize the artifact, but he was ready for me. Even so, it wasn't all for nothing. Thank you all for joining me, in spite of the ever-watchful eye of the Resistance. The time has come to initiate the next phase of my master plan. Until recently, we have concentrated our efforts on liberating wares from hapless merchants, but this was all in service to something far greater. Our distribution of the flow of goods in Alamigo has plunged the markets, and as a consequence, the city itself into chaos, exactly as I had foreseen. No longer will we be forced to crawl through the mud and lick the boots of the rich and privileged. We shall cast down the oppressors, they will suffer as we have. The meeker shall inherit this land, down with the old order. I have invested our funds into restoring and enhancing discarded Magitech weaponry. Now nothing can stop us from taking over Alamigo. That's enough, Solified. Your treachery ends here. All this time I believed your lies, but no more. Give me the artifact now. It belongs to Seedlejaw and her people. What? But Kaguljaw is Solified's right-hand man. Silence! Look at this wretched soul. That Mamul Jar Girl has turned him against me. His one and only benefactor. You warned, should any of you side with this traitor, no longer shall you bask in the artifact's blessing. Now seize him or face the consequences. Yes, that's more like it. Any further interference would place my entire plan in jeopardy. I must act without delay. With the artifact's blessing and its shock waves at their disposal, I was given a beating and thrown into the dirt. Later on, my friend here and a few other sympathizers snuck out and treated my injuries. More importantly, my attempt mutiny will no doubt have Shortified panicking as he struggles to maintain his hold over the rest of the gang. An attack is imminent, with the palace his most likely target. I ask that you relay this to Settle Jar. At the very least, she has a right to know the whereabouts of the artifact. So, what happened? Blah 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 blah. Well, then we were right to trust the sender of the letter after all. We knew Kakul Jar had a score to settle with Shortified, but I had no idea he'd try to take back the vessel as well. Though we may not be working side by side, I'm glad to count him amongst our allies. Speaking of which, we must inform the resistance about Shortified's plan right away. We stand a far better chance of stopping him with their support. But given the power at his disposal, even that may not be enough. I'll try to think of something. In the meantime, you should make whatever preparations you can, as even the smallest advantage may prove crucial. Oh, and I see you changed back into your usual garments. Not that the outfit I chose didn't suit you, but I think this is more your style. Yes, indeed it is. Oh, ad break is starting in a couple of minutes, so I might as well take a break myself. Then we do the last quest of this line. And then we are finished with the ranged ones. This has been surprisingly faster to do than the previous ones. So I guess we could do the melee DPS one also today. Also, that should be the last one from the combat classes. On jobs, I have done the healer, gladiator, magical. Now we are doing the physical range DPS, so melee DPS is the next one. So, let's take a small break and then we will continue. BRB. And we are back. We are back, so let's continue. Also... I need to memorize... Oh well, whatever. The mightiest shield. Silja steals herself for the final confrontation with Shoulderfight. Avenel and Pepin are on their way here. With Shoulderfight, he set his plan in motion. He would come sooner, but after Kaguja openly opposed him, he became even more secretive than before. He refused to share his schemes with even his most loyal. Now that he used a caravan to smuggle a load of Magitech into the city, he's about to launch an assault on the royal palace. How he managed to sneak away, but Shoulderfight and others will make their move on any moment. Now, understood. We'll head there right away. We've no choice but to face them head on. Whilst I wish there was more I could do to help, it'd be best to leave the fighting to you. No, what am I saying? There must be a way I can help. The treasure is from my village. I should be the one to solve this. I'm sure you'll think of something on the way. Thought I'd find you here. I mean, maybe Banda, but they are the ones doing the terrorism, not me, so at least you get some of the terrorism that you were looking for. Silja, you've already done so much for me and the others. Shoulderfight tricked into becoming his accomplices. It would appear it's in your nature to help wherever you go, wherever you can. Nevertheless, your place is not on the battlefield. You must leave that to Pirio and myself. But what about your injuries? They were not so severe to begin with, and those in the gang sympathetic to me provided various poems to treat the worst of them. I'm glad to know there are few good eggs among them, but now that we've decided who's going, we need a plan. From the way Shoulderfight uses the vessel, it's clear there's one thing he hasn't realized yet. As we say in the village, cracks form in even the mightiest of shields. If there's a limit to the blessing's power, we'll find it. Whatever you can do, you better do it quickly. Shoulderfight and the others will soon reach the palace. We'll share everything we know with the resistance and ask them to come as quickly as possible. Be careful out there. Wah, 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 wah. As I said, my wounds are healed. Even if they weren't, I'd still be here. They must have taken the long way around. Since the caravan won't be able to traverse the stairs, we, on the other hand, have no such concerns. Let's take a shortcut and intercept them. Then again, they may try to use the vessel's power to stop our advance. We'd best keep our eyes peeled for danger. You are the best choice to lead the charge, so we'll wait your signal. Did you know the term for printing the old days was sopping the balls? Now I know. It was when you oversaturated the balls you used to put the ink on the letters with ink. Ready? Well then, it's now or never. Sorry, this charging into battle stuff is all new to me. I won't pretend I'm not scared, but I'll try to stay out of your way. Besides, I can afford to back down now. Knowing what's at stake, let's show Solidified who he's dealing with. Aren't we lucky that didn't become a common term like cliché? Yeah, we are lucky. Infiltrating the city was almost too easy. Now go, comrades. The smoldering ruins of the old order will be the foundation of our utopia. That's as far as you go. I thought I'd seen the last of you. Do you not see that this artifact can lift up the meek from under the boots of their oppressors? Not just one isolated tribe, but everyone who's ever known fear. You call me a villain, but it's you who would keep such a liberating power to yourself. You're no better than those we struggle against, and only when your ilk have been eradicated will the world know freedom. The hour has come for us to rise up and take what is rightly ours. My whole village might rely on the treasure's blessing, but we would never use it to steal from others. You lie, cheat, and sow nothing but misery. You don't want to cast down the oppressors, you want to be the oppressor. Or you want to be the oppressors. Silence! Enough of your sanctimonious prattle. Bum, bum. Shoulder fight, Graven's Creed. Perhaps I'm every bit as wicked as you claim, but what of it? And does your self-righteousness make you better than me? For you and all those who judge me unworthy, my hatred will never die. Bum, 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 bum. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. And more missiles. Last one. Ow, 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 ow. No. From there. One day video will impress terrorism. Nah. We got the vessel back, and it's still in one piece. Please, I beg of you, give me the artifact. All the trials I overcome to join the Unbound, everything I did was for a chance at happiness. Without the blessing, I'm nothing. My enemies will live on, unpunished. Let me shoot him. Enough. I've tried reasoning with you, but it seems there's only one language you understand. Yeet. Oh, a new wall ornament. This man uses explosives, why don't you? Which man? That's a female. And I use explosives too. And guns. Aguja, are you all right? And never better. On their families. No, Panda, no. Gang members, we surrender. But you don't do it on your enemy's loved ones? Well, I mean, because I am not a terrorist, you know? I'd say that shoulder fights, plans for world domination were well and truly over. Not only that, but the Steel Hawk vessel is back where it belongs, or at least it will soon. It will be soon. Of course, I have you to thank for everything. I quite literally couldn't have done it without you. No, Panda, I am not going to become a terrorist. There's always a way. Okay, cool job, it's finally over. Although the Resistance arrived more than a bit late, like usual, they've now taken Schultefied and his cronies into custody. They're lucky we were on hand to confront the gang, or things could have ended very differently. I have to say my first trip overseas was a lot more eventful than I'd have liked, but I'm glad I had the chance to meet so many interesting people, well apart from all the criminals, that is. As much as I'd like to spend more time seeing the sights and whatnot, I suppose I'd best get the vessel back to Tural. What about you, Kakulja? There's only one thing I can do, turn myself in, just like Pepin and Avenel. Even if I was dancing to Schultefied's tune, the fact remains that I committed those crimes of my own free will, and I must pay the penalty. Perhaps if I am one day granted freedom, I'd like to pay my way home with fairly earned coin. The first thing I do upon returning is visit your village and offer my apologies for using the artifact to carry out evil deeds. After that, No, it's too soon to speak of such things. Wherever your journeys lead, you're always welcome in my village. Be sure to come visit one day. How about you, Video? If you happen to pass through Tuliolala, my grandfather would love to show his appreciation for all you've done. Maybe I'll see you there. Maybe you will, so I can actually finish the questline. If you finish the questline, then the stream ends. No, I actually am not planning to end after finishing this one. We could either continue doing the botanist questline or start the melee DPS. Not sure yet. We don't need the maple syrup. Let's go finish this quest up and then figure out what to do next. I have to study logarithms today. Well, I'm glad I don't have to study those. But, you know, good luck, I guess. Hold on, let me actually use the ads a little bit. Raholja, you are returned, Video. But pray tell, what has become of my granddaughter? Why, I'm right here. We did it, grandfather. We took back the Steelhawk vessel. My dear, what a relief it is to see you safe and well. Of course, I'm glad you were able to retrieve the treasure, but even that cannot compare to the joy of seeing your smile once more. How do I tell between a male and female lizards? That's a good question. And to you, Firio, I must express the sincerest gratitude. No doubt we have you to thank for Seattle Jaws. Safe return, not to mention that of the vessel as well. Not even FF14 expert knows. Well, I mean, I guess it's the females usually actually like dresses like proper human beings, and their faces are more, I guess, like looks like more like rounded. Like, I don't know. Oh, but yeah, absolutely, I would be lost without your guidance and bravery in the face of danger. Thank you truly. Anyway, we should be getting back to the village, and no doubt the others will be clamoring to use the Steelhook vessel to go hunting. I'll be coming back to Tuliolal at some point, so hopefully we'll run into each other again soon. Yes, in next patch, I guess. Until next time. And that was the rain, melee, range, and DPS questline.